Greetings to everyone, men and women alike. This video is for anyone who has ever felt too old to start something new, for those who think they've missed their chance, that regaining former strength is impossible, that the body is tired and all that remains is to accept decline. Believe me, that's not true. I'm ready to share 7 practical tips that can radically change your life at any age, 60, 70, 80, or even 90. If you've noticed your gait becoming unsteady, climbing has grown painful, stairs have turned into obstacles, and simple actions like playing with grandchildren, shopping, or cleaning have become difficult, if even getting out of bed feels like a trial, then this video is for you. Aging should not mean losing independence. Healthy aging truly rests on 2 key elements: independence and freedom of action. Those two are possible only through muscular strength, an active lifestyle, and sound habits. What I want to offer you is the result of my daily observations in the clinic, where I've met older people who believed their road was coming to an end. Now they walk, pursue beloved activities, travel, and care for themselves with pride and independence. You don't need to be the exception, just begin. Pay close attention, because the 7 recommendations I'm about to share can be the starting point for dramatic change in your life. And believe me, it is never too late to reclaim strength, health, and freedom. Ahead lies an ancient, effective recipe used to fortify and harmonize muscles, giving you independence, confidence, and the freedom to live fully and happily. Let's begin with the first recommendation. Use it or lose it. This is undoubtedly the most fundamental yet often ignored rule for staying healthy in older age. Either you actively use your muscles or you lose them. The human body is made for movement, yet with time a slow, steady loss of muscle mass naturally begins. This process starts around age 30, and each following decade without sufficient stimulation can bring an 8% decline in muscle mass. Loss of muscle isn't only about diminished strength. Balance, mobility, and stability fade as well. Pain appears, confidence wanes, the fear of falling grows, and even basic actions like rising from a chair become difficult. What do many older people do when they notice weakness? Exactly the opposite of what's needed. They stop being active, avoid exertion, shun stairs, confine themselves at home, and refuse simple tasks like tidying up or carrying groceries. The less we use our muscles, the faster they lose strength and gradually disappear. It's a vicious cycle. Weakness sets in, then fear of movement, then inactivity, and eventually total dependence. But this is not an inevitable outcome. Even at 60, 70, 80, or 90, our bodies respond to the right stimuli. The first step in overcoming the situation is to break out of passivity. If standing hurts, stand carefully, but stand. If walking is hard, take short steps, but move every day. The body adapts. The more consistently you stimulate it, the stronger it responds. Muscles, like laws, must be applied or they weaken. Do not accept weakness as an unavoidable part of aging. Do not allow passivity. Movement is the source of life. Even small efforts are better than none, because every step moves you closer to independence and farther from the wheelchair or bed. Be in motion. Movement is life. Remember the second point: avoid harsh diets. This is especially relevant for women over 60, though it applies to all older adults. In my practice, I often see patients who, noticing weight gain or feeling worse when walking, put themselves on a diet, usually the strictest kind. The body changes with age, and the number on the scale is not always an accurate marker of your physical state. When you follow overly strict diets, the body treats it as a threat and begins using muscle tissue for fuel. Weight goes down, but mostly at the expense of muscle. This is dangerous because reduced muscle mass brings weakness, slower metabolism, and ultimately regained weight, now as fat. This is known as sarcopenic obesity, a body with less muscle, more fat, and a sharply higher risk of falls, fractures, metabolic disorders, and reduced mobility. Many are proud of losing 5 kilograms in a month. But if those 5 were muscle, the body becomes more vulnerable, not healthier. What looks like success on the scale can in fact be a setback in health. The effective path isn't starvation or blanket restriction. It's sensible dietary adjustment, emphasizing high-quality proteins, adequate calories, and regular exercise. Weight loss can be appropriate in some cases, but it must go hand in hand with strengthening muscle and never come at its expense. Overly strict diets accelerate aging, and in older adults, regaining lost muscle takes much longer. If your goal is weight loss, seek professional guidance. Remember, preserving muscle mass is more important than lowering the number on the scale. This is about inner well-being, your strength, freedom, and quality of life. Third, diversify your exercises. When an older person starts being active, they often choose one activity and repeat it unchanged. That can limit progress and lead to plateaus. Variety is crucial, especially for rebuilding muscle, balance, and coordination. Strength training may conjure images of gyms full of machines, dumbbells, and barbells, but that's not the only route. Resistance work can be done at home using body weight, resistance bands, or small dumbbells. The key is safe, regular, varied loading. Even simple sit-to-stands meaningfully engage the leg muscles. A resistance band is excellent for arms and shoulders, and mixing exercises targets different muscle groups, improving overall strength and postural stability. Variety also enhances the brain-muscle connection, neuromuscular coordination, which is vital for preventing falls. When a young person stumbles, they often recover instantly. Their brain and muscles still have quick, well-trained reactions. For older adults, synchrony of movement requires regular practice, and the best way to train it is to move in varied positions, tempos, and directions. Ask yourself, am I repeating the same motions? Could you add a walk, a new drill, some band work, or even a simple new move at home? The body loves novelty. Muscles develop by meeting new challenges. Variety is like new commands for your body, and those commands make you stronger, steadier, and safer. Number 4, increase protein intake. No matter your age, if you want to maintain or rebuild muscle, you must consume enough protein daily, especially in later life. With age, muscle building slows and breakdown accelerates. That means you need to adjust your diet. Protein intake should rise, and not just in total amount, but with a strategy. How much? For healthy older adults, about 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per day. Put simply, if you weigh 70 kilograms, aim for roughly 100 to 105 grams daily. It may sound like a lot, but spreading it throughout the day is very doable. The body cannot absorb it all at once, so distribute protein across breakfast, lunch, a snack, dinner, and even a light pre-bed bite. Good sources include eggs, fish, lean meats, chicken, milk, cheese, yogurt, and legumes like beans and lentils. If it's hard to reach your target with food alone, protein supplements can help, under professional supervision. Protein is the primary building material of muscle. If you're active but don't get enough, your body will break down its own muscles for energy, the very thing you're trying to build. Appetite often wanes with age, digestion slows, and large portions can be difficult. Smaller, more frequent meals and protein snacks between meals often solve this. Protein is the foundation of your strength. Without it, activity won't deliver the results you want. Just like physical activity, proper nutrition is key. In older age, meeting your protein needs every day is an act of self-care and a way to preserve independence. Fifth, stretch regularly. Many underestimate stretching, treating it as secondary, but in older age, it becomes essential for maintaining mobility, reducing pain, and improving exercise effectiveness. Over time, muscles tend to shorten, joints stiffen, and range of motion shrinks. That's why many older people take tiny steps, struggle to extend their arms, or feel pain reaching for something high. Skipping regular stretching directly contributes to these limitations. Stretching before activity prepares the body, increases flexibility, and reduces injury risk. After activity, it relieves tension and helps muscles utilize protein more effectively, speeding growth and recovery. Stretching is helpful not only on workout days, but also on rest days. It is both a physical and mental practice that strengthens the brain, Body link clarifies your limits and expands possibilities. Regular stretching improves posture, boosts circulation, relieves spasm-related pain, and supports better sleep. The beauty of stretching is that you can do it at home with slow, controlled movements, listening to your body. Reach your arms, roll your shoulders, reach for your feet while seated, gently mobilize your neck. These simple actions already help. Don't let the body freeze. A frozen body leads to stagnation in the mind, and a life without movement loses its essence. Stretching is daily airing out for the body, refreshing it, oxygenating it, and returning the lightness time tries to steal. Sixth, synchronize eating and training. This is a frequent mistake among older adults just starting to exercise. Working out on an empty stomach or eating irregularly without regard for results can be harmful. What you eat and when plays a decisive role in building strength and muscle. During exercise, your body needs quick energy. If you haven't eaten, it will seek fuel wherever it can, often from your own muscle tissue. Instead of gaining muscle, you may lose even more. That's why a light pre-workout snack matters. Include carbohydrates, whole grain bread, a banana, rice and protein, an egg, cheese, yogurt. This protects muscles during exercise and fuels effective work. After training, the body enters a repair phase and needs building blocks, proteins, to rebuild stimulated muscles. A protein-rich meal with a bit of carbohydrate helps lock in progress and speed recovery. Training on an empty stomach, especially with existing muscle deficit, is like trying to build a house without materials. You may be exerting effort, but you're deepening weakness. It's not only timing before and after, spreading protein across meals, hydrating regularly, and avoiding long gaps between meals all shape how your body responds to training. Exercise and nutrition are interlinked. Each completes the other. Synchronizing diet with activity brings faster, safer results. And one more point, stay active even on rest days. Rest for older adults does not mean total inactivity. Even when you're not training hard, keep up gentle, continuous movement. Muscles do need recovery, but those pauses must not become complete stillness. Long periods of sitting or lying down slow progress, weaken muscles, and raise the risk of stiffness, pain, and fatigue. On rest days, easy walks are helpful, preferably outdoors in pleasant surroundings. Move your arms, climb stairs, sweep the yard, tend plants, talk with others. All movement counts. It activates muscles and stimulates the brain. Preserving cognitive function is as important as physical fitness. Research confirms that regular physical activity reduces the risk of conditions like Alzheimer's disease and depression in older age. Lifestyle change starts here. Physical activity shouldn't be a one-off event, but a daily habit, like brushing your teeth, showering, or cooking. Movement should fit naturally into your day and bring joy. Days without workouts are a chance to enjoy life. Walk with a friend, chat with a neighbor, listen to favorite music while you stretch. These moments benefit both body and mind. Staying active even on rest days ensures continuity, and continuity turns persistence into results and training into a part of life. To make our guidance more complete, here is an ancient, effective recipe used for decades to strengthen muscles, increase stability, and restore vigor in older age. It's simple, natural, and accessible, combining functional foods that help restore muscular energy, fight fatigue, and keep the body strong and resilient. At 60 and beyond, you'll still need one ripe banana, 1 tablespoon of unsweetened peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of rolled oats, and a pinch of ground cinnamon. You'll also need 100 milliliters of warm milk, dairy or plant-based, such as oat or almond. Mash the banana with a fork, then add the oats, peanut butter, and cinnamon, mixing thoroughly until smooth. Gradually stir in the warm milk until the texture becomes creamy, like a gentle porridge. Enjoy it in the morning as a nourishing breakfast or about an hour before training. It delivers quick energy, plant protein, potassium for muscle contraction, and natural anti-inflammatory components. Everything a mature body needs to move with strength and confidence. Incorporating this recipe into your daily routine together with the 7 habits you learned today, can profoundly change your muscular health. It's easy to make yet powerful, and it can become the starting point for your personal growth. In conclusion, healthy aging is not an accident, but a conscious daily choice. We've seen today that even with advancing years, you can restore strength, stability, and freedom of movement. With simple actions, perseverance, and proper nutrition, your body can undergo remarkable change. At any age, 60, 70, 80, or beyond, what matters is how you spend your time. Use the opportunities you still have. Train your muscles, eat wisely, stretch, walk, and vary your movements. Strive to stay active every day. If you need rest, be active, and above all, believe in yourself. The recipe you received today symbolizes this. The simple can be powerful, the natural can be effective, and what seems insignificant can change everything. If this video touched you deeply, leave a comment. I will fight my weakness. Share it with other older adults who need a new spark. It's not too late. Their bodies still respond, and they deserve to age strong, balanced, and proud. Thank you for staying with us to the end. Be blessed. See you in the next video.